Thank you so much for joining us on this edition of Chris 6 Sunrise.
It's Tuesday, May 27th. Here's a look at what stories we're covering in your neighborhood.
I'm Tony Jaramillo in downtown Corpus Christi, where a new state law could potentially mean big changes for what every student sees inside of every public school classroom.
Hurricanes can impact people, communities, even wildlife. I'm Michaela Chavez at the Texas State Aquarium. I'll tell you how they're preparing for hurricane season and why this building I'm standing in plays a huge part in helping with rescue missions.
In a fight for her life, I'm Stephanie Molina in Corpus Christi talking with a 6-year-old in need of a bone marrow transplant. I'll show you how you can help her out.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Chris 6 Sunrise. Thank you so much for waking up with the Hoffmans. I'm Michelle Hoffman.
And I'm Brian Hoffman. So, yeah, a lot of weather this morning that some of us weren't quite expecting. Just a massive downpour, at least on the city's south side. What about the rest of the town? Well, we have our very own master meteorologist, Stephanie Lauber, standing by. We'll look at the roadways if people are just heading out the door. Are they still contending with any of that rain, Steph?
Brian, the rain is done, but we still have a lot of ponding on the roadways because we got a good drink of rain overnight. It did come with some very gusty winds too, and some coastal neighborhoods are still dealing with that breezy situation this morning. So give yourself some extra time to either account for slowing down on bridges and overpasses for our coastal neighbors where it is a little bit breezy still, and for the inland neighborhoods. I know a lot of folks who go between Corpus Christi and Kingsville tend to take the road out by Chapman Ranch FM 70. That one could also be dealing with some good ponding out on the roadways too. Give yourself some extra time. But so far, in terms of delays, we're just not seeing them along 181. We're looking good between Portland and downtown Corpus Christi. Coming into town, maybe from Calallen or Robstown, 37 and 44 are looking pretty good. That interchange along the Crosstown Expressway to 37 is also looking like a pretty smooth ride considering the hour it is. We usually see things get a little busy here between now and 6:30, so something to keep in mind. Across Corpus Christi proper, looking good from the Bay Area down to the south side. And for those of you who are going to make that commute to NAS Corpus Christi this morning, looking pretty good. Speeds a little slow, around 15 miles per hour. We'll get a check on the roadways again throughout this morning, so stay with us. Your weather on the 6s is coming up.
So happening today, after 72 years in service, Hamlin Middle School will be closing its doors on Thursday. And again, today, CCISD will be hosting a walkthrough for those who once attended the middle school. It'll be this afternoon from 4:30 to 6 p.m. They want to hear memories from students past and present as they prepare to move into the brand new Hamlin Middle School building. They hope to finish construction on the new building by the end of July.
The Port Aransas Volunteer Fire Department is mourning the loss of one of their own. According to a Port Aransas Medical Service Facebook post, Albert Howie, also known as Bert, died yesterday. It did not mention how, but it did say that Howie dedicated his life to serving others as a full-time paramedic for Port Aransas, along with being a member of the Port Aransas Volunteer Fire Department. No word yet on when funeral services will be.
2 people are dead and another injured following a rollover accident at Aransas Pass. It all happened Monday around 3 a.m. on Highway 361. Police say a man driving a pickup hit a car that was parked on the side of the road. The impact caused the truck to roll over, killing the driver and a female passenger. A third woman inside of the truck was taken to the hospital. Her condition is unknown at this time. The driver of the car that was on the side of the road was arrested on suspicion of DWI.
The Texas House has passed a bill requiring public classrooms to display the 10 Commandments. If signed into law, 16 by 20-inch displays would be required in classrooms by September 1st. Neighborhood News reporter Tony Jaramillo spoke with both supporters and critics of the bill. Some argue the 10 Commandments are foundational to American education and moral values. Others worry the bill violates separation of church and state.
In my family, we don't have a problem with it being posted because that's something we strive for, you know. But then we don't want to step on anybody else's toes. Maybe their set of religious rules don't per se follow that.
The bill heads back to the Senate before heading to Governor Abbott's desk for final approval.
Well, Vector Control is going to be out this week spraying at neighborhoods for those little buggers, the mosquitoes. Tonight, they're going to be in North Beach and downtown. Wednesday, they're going to be making a trip to Bay Area. Thursday, spraying is going to be on the south side. Friday, they're going to wrap it up on Oso Bay and the Bluff.
Hey there, good morning to you. We're expecting more rain in the forecast, but so far the rain we've already seen has cooled temperatures quite nicely. It feels a little more fresh outside, but it also still feels pretty damp, so take it however you like. But we are seeing some soggy roadways out there too from overnight rain. So we had a good drink of water. This is the beginning of a rainy spell we're kind of moving into through the rest of this week. So here's a look at temperatures in your neighborhood. Have the wide view for yourself. Temperatures up around anywhere from the lower 70s, especially along the coast where we just had that rain, to the warmer 70s for inland locations, and those 80s across San Patricio County and Mathis and Ingleside. A little bit suspicious. I don't think we get updates from those reporting stations as frequently, and so that is likely lending to the warmer temperatures. But here's a look at how the winds are doing. It has been a shaky morning for our coastal neighborhoods. That's where we've got those winds up between 20 and 25 miles per hour, sustained. That's coming from the line of storms that moved through overnight, and this is the wind that we're left with. Inland locations, your winds have come down to around 10 miles per hour, but as we go through today, those winds will be on shore, ushering in moisture and instability, the unsettledness that will allow for the showers and storms tonight. We're also going to get some help from upstairs in the atmosphere that will allow us to kind of tap into that fuel and see some pretty sporty showers and thunderstorms too. We'll talk about that threat coming up, but for most of today, going to be quiet. I wouldn't put the raincoat away yet. Bring it inside with you tonight, though, because as you head out the door on Wednesday morning, you might need it. But throughout most of this Tuesday, not likely to encounter a shower or storm. Temperatures are going to rise to those middle 80s throughout the middle of the day. And heading into the later afternoon, it's going to be a humid trip into those upper 80s on the way back down to some cooler temperatures overnight. So when are we expecting the rainfall? Here's a look at that 24-hour schedule for rain across the coastal band. I think our more northern and coastal neighbors are likely to see the rain first, coming in around dinner time towards sunset. It's going to be more isolated in nature, but that is expected to pick up for everybody once we move past midnight into Wednesday morning. So something to keep in mind. Tomorrow morning is going to be a wet commute. Keep that in mind. But as far as the threat for severe weather goes, we're on the lower end, but it's something to keep in mind. We've got a wide view of South Texas here showing color throughout the Lone Star State, which means everybody here has some severe weather risk heading from this evening into the early morning hours of your Wednesday. So the yellow is a 2 out of 5 slight risk, where the green is a lower 1 out of 5 marginal risk. So zooming in closer to some of our neighborhoods that are closer to the hill country. Usually it's Live Oak, B counties that tend to see the heavy hitting storms that come down from the hill country first, but some of that may also extend as far east as the Highway 77 corridor. So inland portions of San Patricio, Nueces, and Clayburgh counties could also see that enhanced threat, or that slightly higher threat, where we expect gusty winds and hail. So we'll talk about how long the rain is expected to last in the forecast and if we'll see more sporty weather ahead.
Thanks, Steph. Coming up on Sunrise, the battle between Harvard and the Trump administration continues. We're going to be checking in with Scripps News Group Joe St. George. He has more on how this could affect colleges right here in the Coastal Bend.
Welcome back, folks. Over the Memorial Day weekend, President Trump's feud with Harvard intensified. The president is threatening to take away federal funding from Harvard and redistribute it to trade schools.
That's right. Scripps News Group Deputy Political Director Joe St. George joins us. Hey, good morning, Joe. Can you explain to our viewers how President Trump's battle with Harvard can actually affect higher learning as a whole, including some of our universities right here in the Coastal Bend?
Well, here's the reality. Where Trump is, where he's successful, where he isn't successful, I mean, that immediately becomes a playbook that can be replicated at other institutions of higher learning around the country. So this is why this Harvard feud matters for all institutions of higher learning, and why the entire country is watching this. Look, the reality is that President Trump, Harvard, this feud is getting worse, not better. I was just reading his commencement address he gave to the University of Alabama a few days back, in which he said that the future of this country doesn't rest with the Harvard Crimson, it rests with the Crimson Tide, alluding to the University of Alabama in that reference. This started in the early days of the Trump administration, going after Harvard's diversity, equity, inclusion policies. It's escalated in recent weeks with the Department of Homeland Security asking for information on its international students, escalated even further last week with calls for restricting, curtailing the number of international students that Harvard is allowed to admit to their institution. All of this has resulted in a lawsuit. A status hearing is expected today. We're not expected to get a trial here for several weeks, but this is going to be something to watch because if the president can tell Harvard what to do, or if the president can force Harvard to change their ways because of all the money in grants that are being taken away from Harvard, well, then he can replicate that at other institutions of higher learning that may be on his radar going forward as well. As the president said on social media, he's thinking about, didn't offer many specific details, but thinking about taking the nearly $3 billion in grants that Harvard receives and distributing it to trade schools around the country. Now, that may be good for trade schools, but not necessarily good for Harvard. So we'll watch this going forward. Obviously, guys, massive implications, not just for Harvard University.
Joe, well, thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, and we also have to take a look at any lawsuits that may come out of this on the Harvard side as well. Thank you for looking into this. Looking forward to talking again soon.
Hey there, good Tuesday morning to you. We had a good drink of rain this morning across the coastal bend and throughout the Nueces River watershed, but we are looking at more over the next couple of days, daily rain chances to talk about. So let's dive right into it with this cloudy view over the sparkling city by the sea. Sparkling because, yes, we still have some decent moisture in the air, making those lights a bit glowy this morning. But now with the rain moving out, the wind feeling fresh this morning, the next thing to be concerned with is some of the ponding out on the roadways. So give yourself some extra time before you head out the door. Here's a look at how temperatures are faring in your neighborhood. They're rebounding after that rainfall cooled things down. We are warming back up even before sunrise. But for our neighbors up in Port A, still dealing with some showers in the area, mainly along the coast, and things are generally winding down. Now, as far as visibility goes, we're looking to be pretty good around the coastal bend. We get down to as low as 7 miles of visibility, but we'll call that a B for as far as things go. Everyone else generally around that perfect 10 for visibility. How are we doing throughout the rest of today? Well, you can give the raincoat a rest, but don't put it away just yet. As I mentioned, we have daily rain chances today. It's going to be a warm one across the coastal bend. Very humid. So we'll be feeling like the 90s, even though our temperatures are only going to spend a very short amount of time in the 90s. Feels like temperatures are going to be climbing as we head into the afternoon, so keep that in mind. You still need to be hydrated and practice those heat safety tips. May has been unrelenting for that early summer taste, but at least this time, the heat of the day is likely to churn up some showers and storms for us later tonight. With all of the humidity, warmth, instability we'll gain this afternoon, some help from upstairs could help to wring that out. Maybe a little more than we'd like because there's that threat that some of tonight's showers and storms could be sporty, but we'll get into that in a minute. Here's a look at that 24-hour rain schedule. For the inland neighborhoods like Beeville, George West, this could be picking up around dinner time to sunset. Most of us will see the rain later, and I think all of us will get the rain after midnight into the wee hours of your Wednesday morning. Scattered in nature, but again, likely packing a punch. Taking this wide view of South Texas, we've got some green and some yellow on this map. The green is a 1 out of 5 lower end risk for severe weather. The 2 is taking that up a notch, a slight risk for severe weather. But if we zoom in closer, that does include neighborhoods as close to the coast as the 77 corridor. So we're talking about inland portions of San Patricio, Nueces, and Clayburgh counties that could see that elevated risk for severe weather. Main threats being hail and strong winds. So keep that in mind. But what does this mean for the type of storms we'll see? Well, for those of us who are closer to the coast, and that green, a marginal risk means isolated storms that would actually get to that severe potential, limited in duration, coverage, and intensity. So the difference for the slight risk, that yellow or more inland severe threat, scattered severe thunderstorms possible. So they're still short-lived, not very widespread, but they are more numerous, so something to keep in mind. Now, one piece of guidance puts things this way, where tonight we could see some of those showers and storms moving into our inland neighborhoods tonight, but that's kind of breaking up as it gets to us. Another round coming through tonight is likely to pack a punch during the overnight early Wednesday morning hours, and this is not set in stone, but it gives us a good idea of what to expect. So stay weather aware tonight, have multiple ways to receive weather alerts, and keep it here with the Chris 6 weather experts. Here's a look at the next 7 days. Hurricane season begins this weekend.
Hurricanes can impact people, communities, even wildlife. I'm Michaela Chavez at the Texas State Aquarium. I'll tell you how they're preparing for hurricane season and why this building I'm standing in plays a huge part in helping with rescue missions.
This is Veterans in Focus, sponsored by the Heil Law Firm, battling for justice, winning for the community.
So we love spotlighting people and places making a real difference in our neighborhoods. That's why this week we're taking you to New Century Hospice, not just for what they do, but how they do it. They were recently named a Purple Heart entity, a designation not given lightly. It comes from Military Order of the Purple Heart, Chapter 598, and it's reserved for organizations that go out of their way to support veterans.
They're doing a lot of work in the veteran community, and many of their patients are veterans.
But you know what? This story isn't just about recognition. It's about compassion, dignity, and how this local hospice is quietly redefining what care looks like at the end of life. Join us for the full story tonight at 6 for this week's Veterans in Focus.
All right, time to check on the roadways with this view from the First Community Bank camera. It's at the top of the USS Lexington, so you're looking at the aquarium, the Harbor Bridge, both old and soon to be. And don't know if you noticed, we have street lights on the new Harbor Bridge now. They are on, and they've been twinkling this morning with ease thanks to how humid it is behind this morning's rain. But we are also seeing those winds still howling for the coastal communities, so please give yourself some extra time before you head out the door, especially if you're heading over bridges and overpasses. Going to the other side of the bays now, we're looking good along 361, Park Road 22, and the JFK Causeway into the Bluff, where it's been a little slow this morning. Our speeds have picked back up to around 30 miles per hour, but we haven't seen any major delays out this way this morning, so that's also a pretty good sign for a Tuesday. Heading through the rest of the Bluff, Waldron Road, Flower Bluff Drive active, but not bad for what we usually expect this time of the morning. From the south side up to the Bay Area, we're looking good on all the major thoroughfares from Saratoga, SPID, Ocean Drive, and the Crosstown Expressway, which is showing a little more activity for the interchange here at 37, but no delays to report. And as we showed you at the beginning of this traffic report, we're looking good along 181 in the Harbor Bridge. So as you head out, make sure you stay safe and you drive safe. Your weather on the 6s is ahead.
And also still ahead on Sunrise, we take a trip to the south side and visit a neighborhood Korean barbecue place and find out how this owner's joke became a reality right here in the Coastal Bend.
Now, weather on the 6s.
Hey there, welcome back. The view from our CCA seat camera out at Snoopy's, almost like a painting this morning, looking beautiful. And you know what? It's a nice start to the day because we can already say we picked up some rainfall across the Nueces River watershed, and it's been a good drink of rain too. More to come with daily rain chances, so let's dive right into your forecast with a look back at the past couple of hours on radar. A good line of showers and storms moving off our coast, but this was a line of storms that came through the hill country and held on all the way out to the coast. The bright colors you see there on the radar being heavier downpours, and really we saw some good wind with this too. So the rainfall and the wind, tonight we could get a little more out of this. We're watching for the threat of severe weather, and we'll break it down in a moment, but as far as things go right now, the coastal bend is dry as of now. So if you're heading on the roadways, that could be a little deceiving because we still have ponding out on the roadways. You'll want to be careful. It's a good idea to give yourself a little bit of extra time. But the view from the WADA Skycam offers an equally beautiful view along the Old Harbor Bridge, or soon to be Old Harbor Bridge. Traffic is moving smoothly and we've got some clouds out there. Our temperatures and our humidity have been rebounding behind this morning's showers and storms. So where we cooled down to around 70 degrees, we are warming right back up to those middle to upper 70s across some neighborhoods. And our wind is still very breezy in places like Port Aransas, where our sustained winds are 25 miles per hour. That's the same case in Rockport. CCIA has come down to 20 miles per hour. NAS Corpus Christi there in the Bluff still at 25 miles per hour for a sustained wind too. So a breezy start to the day, but it's going to be a hot one. Don't let your guard down. Still looking at that feels like temperature that we just can't seem to shake. Feeling like the upper 90s as we head into the beginning of the afternoon, even though our air temperatures won't have reached the 90s until the middle and later part of the afternoon, say around 4 p.m. At that point, being in the 90s, we're likely to feel like the triple digits. So continue to practice those heat safety tips. We have an early run up to summer now, and it's a good idea, even though we've been dealing with this for the past 2 weeks, let's make sure we're staying hydrated, because not only are we watching for the heat during the day, that is going to make our atmosphere unsettled and offer us the opportunity for rainfall tonight. Now, models aren't in quite good agreement, but I'm going to show you what I think is a likely scenario here on Future Tracker in a moment. Overall, though, the schedule looks pretty consistent across the board. As far as those inland neighborhoods go across Live Oak B counties, we are likely to see the rain first, and that'll come through around dinner time to sunset. Most other folks will have to wait until after midnight to start seeing the showers and storms moving into our neighborhoods. And that's where you need to make sure you have multiple ways to receive weather alerts, because things could get a little sporty. That's what's shown here with the color on the map, where we have green. That's a lower end severe weather threat, 1 out of 5. But we take that up a notch in the yellow area. That's a 2 out of 5, slight risk for severe weather, and it does include some inland portions of San Patricio, Nueces, and Clayburgh counties. So extending to the Highway 77 corridor and westward is where we'll have the better threat for some strong winds and possibly even some hail up to around an inch in diameter. The difference between the two, we'll put it this way, the threat of a severe storm in your neighborhood, if you're in the green, it's more isolated. You're likely to have a better chance of seeing more numerous showers scattered in nature, but still short-lived, not overly widespread. So we'll likely see those storms moving through later this afternoon, but not arriving until later this evening. And another batch coming through during the overnight. I'll walk you through what the next 7 days has in store for us ahead.
No matter where you live, extreme weather events are becoming more frequent and more intense. I'm Stephanie Liebergen, and coming up, how the fires, floods, and storms are impacting how much you have to pay to protect your home.
Now, say hello to your neighbors. This is your Chris 6 News Sunrise Shoutouts.
Hello, KRIS Sunrise Team. We're rangers in the Lake Corpus Christi State Park, and we want to wish our neighbors across the coastal bend a great morning.
Hey, we hope you guys and everyone else at Lake Corpus Christi and beyond has a great morning and a wonderful day as well. And folks, if you want to send us your own shout out video, all you have to do is scan the QR code on your screen or go to our website, christv.com.
Well, all month long, we've been celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, right? And by sharing stories that highlight its impacts across the coastal bend.
Yes, from Chinese to Vietnamese and also Filipino culture too. So this morning, we're taking you to the South Side for a taste of Korea.
Korean food is constantly evolving.
This is a Korean bulgogi taco, not Mexican taco, Korean taco.
But it still honors tradition seasoned by history and geography.
In Korea, it's very cold. They designed this so the food is always hot and it's fast.
But there's one dish that's truly fired up palates in the U.S. That's Korean barbecue, also known as gogi gui, which literally means meat roast. It's been a staple of Korean cooking for centuries.
It started in ancient Korean kingdoms with marinated meats grilled over open flames, evolving through royal courts, aristocratic feasts, and even borrowing a spark or two from Mongol nomads and their fire-roasted traditions.
Today, it's become something more than just a meal. It's an interactive tabletop grill experience where you're not just served, you sizzle.
You don't come here just for the food. You come here for the experience.
That's exactly what Bo Korean Barbecue has been serving up in Corpus Christi. The owners, Michael Wynn and New Bo, opened the restaurant in 2021.
It come out to be a joke in the beginning. we were jobless because of COVID, but then they they agree with my joke.
It was a bold move, the kind that literally put them in the kitchen to see if they could take the heat.
Everything is very challenging to order supply, to have it built, to have a remodel.
And in South Texas, where grilling usually happens in the backyard, the idea of DIY dining at your table took some warming up to.
The phrase that it always stuck in my head is, we have to pay to cook our own food.
But Huynh said that it's actually pretty simple.
Everything come out fresh and ready to grill.
And you have people like Unju who's there to guide you along the way.
They trust me, so when they're not here, I'm here always. Have to be always is respecting the people. That is more important to the Korean culture.
And that same respect and care isn't just about serving the guests. It comes from a value Koreans place around sharing.
You see it in the sizzling meats, but just as importantly, it lives in banchan, the small, vibrant side dishes that fill the table before the grill even heats up.
We're talking about kimchi, pickled radish, seasoned sprouts, dozens of flavors, textures, and stories, all meant to be passed around.
That's why we're different than everybody else. We like the customer to have a good time. Personally, I love it and my wife love it. We just want to share it with everybody.
It's really not just about what's on the grill. It's about who's around it.
Whether you're friends,
family,
or in our case, an interview.
I hope Corpus give us a try. We'd love to welcome everybody to come by and give us a try.
Yes, and you can actually sample. Bo Korean Barbecue will be hosting a Korean festival on Sunday, June 1st from noon to 4 p.m.
And they're going to be having Korean street food, games, live music, and prizes. They're located at 6042 South Padre Island Drive.
All right, weather on the 6s. We've got the best of both worlds today. Well, two things to be aware of in the weather forecast. The first will be the heat that we experienced this afternoon. Once again, another hot one. Don't be fooled by the refreshing start we've got this morning because of overnight rain. It is going to heat up, and even though temperatures are only expected to hit the lower 90s, we'll be feeling like the upper 90s before we even get there. So continue to practice those heat safety tips. Once we get over the hump of this afternoon's heat, we're going to be focusing our attention on rainfall and even some storms. A threat for severe weather is back in the forecast for tonight. So while some of our more inland neighborhoods could be seeing the rain around sunset, we are all going to be seeing some rainfall, it seems, after midnight during the wee hours of Wednesday morning, lending to another soggy commute. So keep that in mind. As far as the severe threat goes, two things I'm watching for: strong winds and hail, and that's more likely for neighbors who are along or west of Highway 77. Looking at a wide view of South Texas, you see two colors here: yellow, which is that notch up on our severe weather scale here. It's a 2 out of 5, the green a 1 out of 5. But all that means is that severe weather is possible in your neighborhood. Have multiple ways to receive weather alerts. Again, for inland portions of San Patricio, Nueces, and Clayburgh counties, you are included in that yellow area. Here's what one computer model thinks could be happening tonight. Showers moving through in one wave tonight, another wave coming through as we head into the overnight. And here's a look at the next 7 days.
From Chris 6, this is 20 minutes of non-stop news.
Welcome back, folks. Thank you so much for joining us for our 20 minutes of nonstop news with the Hoffmans. I'm Brian Hoffman.
And I'm Michelle Hoffman. We'll check in with meteorologist Stephanie Lauber in just a bit. But first, here's your neighborhood check-in.
Students in Texas could soon see the 10 Commandments in their classrooms. I'm Tony Jaramillo, your neighborhood news reporter downtown, and state lawmakers are another step closer to requiring the 10 Commandments to be on display in all Texas public schools. The measure passed 82 to 46. If signed into law, the 16 by 20 inch displays would be required by September 1st of 2025 using King James Bible language. Supporters argue the 10 Commandments are foundational to American education and moral values. Opponents worry the bill violates the separation of church and state. The bill now heads back to the Senate before going to Governor Greg Abbott's desk. Schools could purchase the displays with district funds but are not required to. The bill was amended and will go to the Senate. If passed there, the bill will then go to Governor Greg Abbott for him to sign it into law. In downtown Corpus Christi, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Tony Jaramillo, Chris 6 News.
Emery Ramos is a 6-year-old girl from Kingsville battling leukemia for the second time. I'm Stephanie Molina, your neighborhood news reporter in Corpus Christi, talking with her and those helping her find a match for a bone marrow transplant.
This is Emery Ramos. As you can see, she loves to paint and says her favorite colors are pink and purple.
You love Rapunzel?
Yes.
Why do you love Rapunzel?
Good. For no hair.
Emery is battling leukemia for the second time. Earlier this month, she went to get a regular checkup after being in remission. Doctors found the cancer had returned. Now, Emery and MDP, formerly known as Be The Match, are looking for someone to be a match for Emery to receive a bone marrow transplant.
Want to help Emery Ramos? You can learn how by clicking onto ChrisTV.com. In Corpus Christi, I'm your neighborhood news reporter, Stephanie Molina, Chris 6 News.
Hurricane season starts this weekend and everyone is starting to prepare. And when I say everyone, I mean everyone. I'm Michaela Chavez, your Sunrise neighborhood news reporter at the Texas State Aquarium. Preparations are well underway at their Wildlife Response Operations Center to make sure all animals here and across the state are safe.
A few weeks ago, we started to review our hurricane plan for the 2025 season.
Just like some people who are caught off guard during storms, wildlife can be shaken too. The president and CEO of the Texas State Aquarium tells me his team has a hurricane plan as it pertains to animals. Jesse Gilbert explains each of the 3 parts.
Prepare, respond, recover.
The first, preparation.
How do we integrate with other community partners around wildlife?
The prep, Gilbert says, begins with picking a place for animals to ride out the storms.
Our campus at the aquarium is built for big storms. We've put in new high water mitigation response for the aquarium to make sure that we're protected as possible.
The aquarium's indoor facilities measure 18 feet high, which he says can handle a historic rise in sea level.
So at about 48 hours pre-landfall, we start moving those animals inside.
About 40 people on Gilbert's team hunker down with those animals to help make sure all of them stay safe.
This is like a small city. We can become completely isolated for about 7 to 10 days.
Then comes the response.
What were the impacts to sea turtles, birds, maybe manatees or dolphins?
Once the winds calm and water levels go down, Gilbert will send out crews to assess the impact on the wildlife's habitat.
Was there something where maybe a boat got capsized and it released some fuel into the water?
And the recovery is not just for animals at the aquarium. The aquarium's rescue efforts go beyond the coastal bend. This video from last year shows the team helping birds injured when Hurricane Beryl smacked Houston.
They all have very specific needs post-storm, so a sea turtle's needs are different than a bird's needs, so how are we ready for that? And then making sure that we can recover the community. So it's a dynamic time, but we're ready to go.
Jesse Gilbert says there's something to learn from every hurricane and tropical storm that hits to help improve and adapt to continue keeping wildlife and animals safe all year round. In North Beach, I'm your Sunrise neighborhood news reporter, Michaela Chavez, Chris 6 Sunrise.
Hey there, good morning. We are dealing with a pretty soggy morning after overnight rain is left ponding out on the roadways, but right now we are dry. Not seeing anything on the radar. Everything is offshore in the nearshore waters, so have the wide view of the radar for yourself. While we're not seeing any rain on the radar, it is still morning where we have those soggy roadways, so please give yourself a little bit of extra time before you head up and out the door. But a beautiful view from our sky cams this morning. Seagulls have been going bonkers on the Wada Skycam this morning. Keep seeing them fly really close to the lens. Makes for a cool view, but some clouds and wind. That's all we've got after this overnight rain we saw. A good drink of water fell over the coastal bend and also in the Nueces River watershed, which is phenomenal news. We all want that, right? But even if you didn't see a whole lot of rain overnight, don't worry. We have daily rain chances, and we're a little concerned for tonight where we could have the threat for severe weather. I'll break it all down for you, though. No need to worry. And throughout most of today, we're just going to be dealing with the same old humidity and hot temps. Right now, we've already seen temperatures rebound because we had cooled down to the lower 70s in a lot of neighborhoods when that rain moved through. At this point, most of us have rebounded back to those middle to upper 70s. We still have some breezy conditions along the coast, 26 miles per hour. That is our strongest sustained wind in Port Aransas right now. The last place to see the rain, ironically, I think not. And sunshine is starting to come out of the clouds in a few neighborhoods too. Visibility not too bad if you're heading out the door, but in Beeville, we're down to 6 miles of visibility visibility. Something to keep in mind. It's overall just a good idea to head out the door early because we're likely to still have that ponding out on the roadways. But what if you're planning your dog walk today? Hopefully your pup didn't wake up early with some of the thunder and lightning that was happening overnight. But if so, hopefully you're able to sleep in and have a little bit later of a walk. Again, shorter, more frequent walks is the best bet when we have hot temps like now. Duke likes to take a walk over in the pasture, and that's good. Walking on the grass or in the dirt is better for their paw pads than on the hot pavement. So please keep that in mind for the walk. Even still, temperatures are going to be warm, heading into those middle to upper 80s for most neighborhoods and feeling about 5 to 10 degrees hotter depending on where you are. Still a breezy kind of day here, but just keep in mind, the actual air temperature doesn't tell you the whole story. We won't even hit 90 before 3 p.m., but it's going to feel almost like the triple digits by then. So make sure kids, pets, and the elderly can cool off in this hot weather. Once we're over the heat of the day, we're going to focus our attention on the rainfall. So while some inland neighborhoods could be seeing that rain around dinner time into sunset, I think most of us are going to watch that rainfall coming through during the overnight, say around 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So have multiple ways to be weather aware tonight. We're more likely to see that threat for severe weather, yellow showing us a 2 out of 5 along the 77 corridor and more inland. Those of us closer to the coast won't see as much. But yeah, a lot of these models noting on a couple of nasty storms moving through overnight, so you'll want to keep that in mind. Daily rain chances, though, won't be as eventful as what we see overnight. Hurricane season, by the way, starts Sunday.
Now, 6 things to know before you go.
All right, here are the 6 things you need to know before heading out the door. After 72 years in service, Hamlin Middle School will be closing its doors on Thursday.
Yeah, that's right. And today, CCISD will be hosting a walkthrough for those who once attended the middle school. It will be this afternoon from 4:30 to 6 p.m. They want to hear memories from students past and present as they prepare to move into the brand new Hamlin Middle School building. They hope to finish construction on the new building by the end of July.
Well, the Port Aransas Volunteer Fire Department is mourning the loss of one of their own. According to Port Aransas Medical Services Facebook post, Albert Howie, also known as Bert, passed away on Monday. It did not mention how he passed, but it did say that Howie dedicated his life to serving others as a full-time paramedic for Port Aransas, along with being a member of the Port Aransas Volunteer Fire Department. No word yet on when funeral services will be held.
Vector Control will be out this week spraying neighborhoods for mosquitoes. Tonight they'll be in North Beach and downtown. Tomorrow they'll be making a trip to the Bay Area. Thursday spraying will be on the south side, and Friday they'll wrap it up at the Oso Bay and Flower Bluff area.
Port Aransas is the official fishing capital of Texas. Congrats. On Saturday, Governor Greg Abbott signed HCR 117, which made that designation. It'll be in effect until 2035. The signing makes official what locals have known for years. The fishing is fantastic in Port A. The resolution was passed almost unanimously. There was just one no vote. Port Aransas was also recognized for its diverse marine ecosystem and its significance to the state's fishing industry and culture.
Corpus Christi Animal Care Services offers free microchipping for your four-legged friends. No appointment is necessary, and you can stop by Monday through Saturday from 1 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Up to 6 pets per household, and Animal Care Services is at 2626 Holly Road.
Well, if you are looking for a way to keep cool this weekend, all 5 of the city's splash pads will be open starting this Friday. They're located at Bill Witt Park, Cole Park, Lindale Park, Salinas Park, and West Haven Park. Hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and admission is free.
All right, if you're getting ready to head up and out the door, what are you looking forward to? Well, a beautiful ride that is moving smoothly here along SPID. We haven't seen much for trouble out this way, but still it's a good idea to give yourself a little bit of extra time, because you may notice that that Hicks Subaru flag on the left of your screen. I know it because I got a Subaru, so I'm familiar with it, but it is waving in this wind this morning. Still very breezy along coastal counties in the coastal band, and you may also notice these roadways are wet from overnight rain, so give yourself some extra time. If you're traveling along 181 between Portland and downtown Corpus Christi, you're one of the places that is likely to give you that little fight with the steering wheel on account of the shaky, windy conditions over the bays, but no slowdowns to report. Coming down 37 or across 44 is a breeze. Even the crosstown interchange to 37 is looking really good this morning, along with the rest of Corpus Christi proper. No delays to report. In the Bluff, we're looking good for the approach to NAS Corpus Christi. Flower Bluff Drive, Waldron Road, usual activity, and we're looking good heading out to the island. So as you head out, make sure you stay safe and drive safe.
Wildfires in the west, tornadoes to the Midwest, and we are stuck in the middle with hurricanes with you to the east. Hey, regardless of where you live, natural disasters are becoming the norm. Scripps News Group's Stephanie Liebergen looks into how increasingly expensive natural disasters are impacting homeowners' insurance rates across the country.
If you're a homeowner, you're probably wrestling with rising insurance rates. More than half of U.S. homeowners saw their premiums go up in the last 12 months, and a third of them said it's because of extreme weather events. Fires, floods, wind, and storms. Climate change is making natural disasters more frequent and more intense, meaning more risk for your home.
Homeowners insurance premiums, they're going up everywhere. You're especially seeing it going up in places that are vulnerable to natural disasters.
Over half of U.S. homeowners reported their premiums increased in the last 12 months, according to a NerdWallet survey. And about a third of them said it's due to extreme weather.
Last year I paid $9,035. And this year's renewal, which is on June 17th, is going to be $11,511.
There's just a changing environment now. It's kind of a tough pill to swallow.
Premiums aren't usually tied to specific weather events. Instead, experts say the industry is responding to long-term trends. But premiums are tied to higher risk, and some parts of the country are building housing in areas vulnerable to extreme weather events.
You look at places like Houston, Dallas-Fort Worth, South Florida, Jacksonville, they're all growing really fast. And there's new construction going on all the time.
Beyond just raising rates, some insurance companies are pulling out of certain areas altogether, leaving homeowners scrambling for coverage they can't afford.
I'm on Social Security. I'm retired. I can't just go fabricate more money into my bank account every month so I can address an increase in my insurance policy.
So what can you do? Experts recommend shopping around every few years and consider using an independent insurance agent.
Another thing, frankly, is to move, and I think that some retirees actually might consider this.
Stephanie Liebergen, Scripps News Group, Washington.
All right, here's a look at what's trending now. The annual Cooper's Hill Cheese Rolling Competition took place in England. And you can see the competitors falling down an absurdly steep hill. To win, participants go on a 200-yard dash down a grassy hill, running after a wheel of double Gloucester cheese. And yes, it is as ridiculous as it sounds, but it's a tradition that dates back to the 1800s. Actually, I don't think that's ridiculous. I would chase after a big roll of cheese.
They get brutal there too. They, go full bore down that hill. It's not just a casual, stroll down the hill.
Nothing about this looks casual. This is like the rugby of cheese loving.
Intense, and a lot of people get a little injured there. But to the victor goes the spoils of cheese.
I don't know, man. Are you gonna put is the cheese cold so you can put it on the bruises you get after that?
Worth it.
Grilled cheese cures all ails, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. All right, well, you know what? I don't know if this is quite caldo weather because it's really hot, but whatever rainy treat you like, you get to indulge in it all week long because we have multiple rain chances, daily rain chances. But tonight of all nights is when we're expecting things to get a little sporty, so we need to be weather aware once we get into the evening time frame. For most of your Tuesday, it's going to be a spicy Taco Tuesday. So we'll get into what to expect right now. Here's the view from the WADA Skycam, looking at the soon-to-be Old Harbor Bridge. Traffic moving smoothly and a couple of clouds out there. We had some overnight rain, so roadways are wet and it's still breezy, especially in the coastal neighborhoods. So please be careful. Give yourself some extra time heading up and out the door. But while the rain cooled things down overnight, our temperatures have rebounded. Only a few of us still hanging on to those lower 70s, places like Hebronville and here at CCIA, as well as NAS Corpus Christi, still at 73 degrees, but it gets warmer from there on out, and more sunshine is going to quickly heat us up. But yeah, Port A, Rockport, and the Bluff, NAS Corpus Christi, all have sustained winds around 25 miles per hour, so a breezy start to the day indeed. But maybe that'll make things more refreshing when you head out for that dog walk. Our friend here, Duke, is the star today, and he likes to take his walk in the pasture, so that's great to walk in the grass, dirt. It's better for your pup's paw pads. The toe beans like it better than the hot pavement, so please keep that in mind when going for that dog walk. Also, perhaps shorter, more frequent walks will be best for you and your pup because kids, pets, and the elderly are more susceptible to heat-related illness. So if we keep them more short but repetitive, that could help your pup beat the heat today. But it is going to be a hot one. Don't be fooled by these temperatures only making it to the middle to upper 80s by lunchtime. It is already going to be feeling like the middle to upper 90s at that point. So we want to make sure that we're keeping everybody cool. The feels like temperature really gets away from us after, say, about 10 a.m. That's where we start to see those temperatures rise slowly, but the feels like temperatures really off to the races. By the time we hit our actual high temperatures near 90 degrees, we're going to be feeling like the triple digits. So again, take the heat safety tips seriously. Tonight, we'll need to take the threat for severe weather seriously, because while a few of us may see the storms earlier in the evening, say dinner time to sunset, I think most of us are going to get our dose of severe weather after midnight when most of us are asleep. So have multiple ways to receive weather alerts and keep it here with your Chris 6 weather experts. Of course, we'll be with you for it all, but here we go. Threat of severe weather is going to be greater for neighbors along the Highway 77 corridor and inland. If you're closer to the coast, it's a 1 out of 5. In that yellow area, it's a 2 out of 5. So keep it with us. We'll give you updates throughout the day on air and online, but daily rain chances won't be as sporty as what we're expecting tonight into tomorrow morning. It's just tonight that we're really concerned about for strong winds and hail. Other than that, good drink of water on the way. And for Beach to Bay on Saturday, I usually run leg 5 here, so it's going to be a hot one. For those who start out on the beach, though, may even have a few morning showers. We'll keep that in mind. And then hurricane season starts on Sunday, already here.
Wow.
Time to get ready.
Yeah, it's a big one. Well, thank you very much, Steph. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you missed any of our coverage, you can always head to christv.com. We actually put out a daily blotter for the 6 things you need to know before you head out the door if you want to check it out. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.